Hey, so I want to give a short tour of my Danish 80s CompuGame Mame cabinet. So let's start inside. There's a secondary power supply and the place where the coin goes, and here are the coin mechanisms, and on top of those there's a switch which can disable or enable a switch that is on the other side of the panel, which would let the player exit the emulator and choose another game. And here's the cheap Chinese audio amplifier, which is quite nice and can play much louder than I really need in this cabinet. When I turn on the cabinet, the frequency counter lights up, and I'm going to cut to show that a bit better. So what it does is it measures the horizontal synchronization frequency of the monitor. Computer monitors with a VGA input usually use 31.4 kilohertz, but an arcade monitor is using 15.7 kilohertz, and driving the monitor at a higher refresh rate will potentially damage the monitor. So this board will wait for 15 seconds of a good signal before it turns on the monitor. Unfortunately, there is a bug that resets the chip the first 1 or 2 times that I do this, and I think it is a electromagnetic pulse from the monitor drawing a lot of current when it is charging the capacitors. Now it turned on, and I'm going to show you behind the front panel here. There's a custom keyboard encoder that will connect to the computer via USB, and there's a small board here with 2 transistors that is converting the voltage level from the coin mechanism into something that is compatible with this keyboard encoder. Here's the main menu where you can select games, and you select them using the joystick and the player start buttons. There's the speakers, which you can't really see, but it is just car speakers or car stereo speakers. So I'm going to try and search for a game using this slightly tedious list. Going to show you Wonder Boy. It is still much easier to type these letters in one by one than it is to find the game in the list. Notice there's a small video preview, and there's the red button that I talked about that will allow you to exit the emulator again. So now we have Wonder Boy loaded up, and I'm going to insert the coin, 2 Danish crowns. There we go. And I am terrible at playing Wonder Boy with one hand and through the viewfinder. I'm also horrible at playing it with both hands, but I'm more horrible at playing it with just one hand. So let's exit the game and play some Tetris instead. This is probably the best Tetris game that I have on this machine. I would like to have the Grandmaster Tournament 3, but I don't have that one. I also have home consoles on here. I have a Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and Atari 2600. So the Atari plays quite nicely as well, and Jungle Hunt is a... or is it Jungle Hut? Whatever. It is a lot easier to play than Wonder Boy is, using only one hand. So that works. There's the NES and SNES. And for home computers, there are Commodore 64 and also my own game, Wisnik. I have made a custom controller layout for Wisnik. And Wisnik is low resolution. It looks really great on the CRT monitor. I'm not going to attempt to solve this puzzle. Then the video would never end. I want to show you an awesome Commodore 64 demo called Tsunami. If you have not seen this, I recommend that you get an emulator and have a look. It has also really nice music. So it runs quite smoothly as well, and there is VSync enabled, so there's no screen tearing or anything like that. It looks almost as good as on a real 64. Almost. I'm not able to exit the Commodore 64 emulator, so I'm just going to shut the system down. It did not register my press there, so I'm going to press the switch once more to get it to shut down. Then we can also see the only Windows XP machine I have in the house. The machine is not connected to any network, so I don't see any reason to upgrade or to change that. So thank you for watching.